Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's working. It's working, Sarah. So this is everything you need to go ahead and use. It's all set up to that touch screen.
Okay.
Right there. You can just go ahead and just see. You'll navigate right to it. You get to go ahead and play the game. Go
Excitement.
You can do it also mostly all on that controller as well, which is also set up. So that won't be able to leave the realms of that screen right there. So that's all touch screen.
Gasp. Gasp.
Put some fucking emotion into it.
Never. She's bleeding. Damn it! Why me? Maybe you shouldn't sleep in ketchup. I can't get caught! Not like this!
So the first two cases do reveal who the bad guy is. The problem is that we have to go ahead and find out how exactly to prove that they are the murderer. These are basically the tutorial ones, just so you're like, I'm not a fucking retard. What happens here? Also, we need to get you on sugar-free stuff in case stuff gets sticky.
I'm not gonna spill it.
Oh, I'm not saying that yet. Alright, so... And you can see everything fine from here?
Yeah. I'm really nervous.
Right!
Oh, my voice cracked. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did. Welcome to Boobs.
Hi, booby lady. Oh, hi, Chief.
Well, I'm glad I made it on time.
This is the greatest thing ever.
Why?
I'm glad I've introduced you to this game and that I'm recording it.
Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. My entry to the merch right off the bat like this.
I'm sorry, but usually booby ladies have bad voices.
Oh, come on, Maya's cool, though.
Except for Jessica Rabbit.
You'll find out that
God,
Maya's pretty cool.
It says a lot about you and your client as well.
Thanks? Question mark? Actually, it's because I owe him a favor.
A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case?
Yes.
Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him.
Yeah, you can be Phoenix.
He's one of the reasons I became an attorney.
Well, that's news to me.
I won't be able to take Maya seriously. I'm so glad I know what happens. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much.
It's over! My life, everything, it's all over!
Isn't that your client screaming over there?
Yeah, it's him.
Death! That's a monster! Oh! I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die!
It sounds like he wants to die.
No shit.
Jesus shit. Oh my god.
Nick!
Hey there, Larry.
Dude, I'm so guilty! Tell them I'm guilty!
His name is Larry Butts.
Give me the death sentence! I ain't afraid to die!
What's wrong, Larry?
Oh, it's all over!
I can't help
I'm finished! Finished!
I can't help. I'm so shocked by the fact that you keep doing that.
Why?
And like, Zetsuboshita!
Zetsuboshita! I can't live in a world without her! I can't! Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Ah, Nick, boy, you gotta tell me who took my baby away!
Person responsible for your girlfriend's death.
Don't let me voice act, this is what happens.
The newspapers say it was you.
This is what happens when you let me voice act.
Oh yeah, I've learned this lesson. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one.
A chick fell asleep in ketchup.
A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her, Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. I've become Dick Tracy.
Zetsuboshita! Such Zetsuboshita.
In 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself into trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's not usually his fault. He just has terrible luck.
I know that feeling.
But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart, and that I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name.
Dun dun dun.
And that's just what I'm gonna do.
Cue epic music somewhere.
Oh, no, there's epic music in this game.
Well, I figured that.
You'll know. You'll know. You remember like Danganronpa when we were watching that,
Yes.
and it's just like Sonny wa Shigayo, and it just starts fucking playing like discussion heat up, and you're just like, I have chills. August 3rd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. And
That's how I
also,
feel.
I want to inform you, the judge is an idiot.
Yeah, I kind of figured that.
Also, there's no jury, so you're all doing this with judges, and it's particularly this judge every time.
Glorious Beard Man.
The court is now in session for the trial of Larry Butts.
My name is Epic Beard.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor.
A boot to the head.
You just and for Mr. Payton, boot to the head. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness.
Ascertain? I don't know words.
Well, either one, I guess.
Potato, potato.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sweat.
Hands shaking, eyesight fading.
Sweat
I've got
ball.
vomit on my sweater already, Mom. Spaghetti.
I'm nervous.
I'm not allowed to say that.
Why?
Because I did it so often that it was like banned. This test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely.
No.
Please state the name of the defendant in this case. So you get
Larry
to choose.
Butts.
You can go ahead and choose. You're just gonna pick like
Mr. Buttsman. Me! I'm on trial! Well, wait.
Too bad your leg. It's caught in a bear trap.
Quiet. Gnawing off your leg. Quiet. Quiet.
Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? I know this one. Glad I read the case report covering. I'm cover to cover so many times. It's wait. Uh-oh.
Ketchup lady.
No, luckily, you see that other button there? It says court record.
Yeah.
You can actually go ahead and check that. No, wait, I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you? You can do this one, please.
Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name?
Oh, that's you.
Oh, the victim? Of course I know the victim's name. I just forgot temporarily.
I think I feel murdering coming on. Look, the defendant's name is listed in the court record.
Tutorial level.
Wait!
Just touch the court record button to check at any time, okay?
That's also how you present evidence.
Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. I'll also eat your dick under the desk.
Let's hear your answer. Who's the victim of this case? So you can actually go ahead and check.
I was up there!
Derp.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Derp.
Yeah, it was you.
How can I be the victim?
Oh, right, sorry. Derp.
Yeah, because it would be up in this corner.
Blah, 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 blah. Stop talking to me. I'll fucking cut you. Chick. Not you. You're the wrong chick. Sitting. Is that the chick who died?
Victim in the case.
Oh, okay. Na, 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 na. Yes, I know, Judge Man. Shut your mouth, you silly stone.
Cinder block.
Cinder block!
Oh, you're also prepared for very bad puns in this game as well.
That is okay. I'm pretty sure I can take it.
Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was...
Hit with a blunt object. I would assume.
Let's check the court record.
Lived by herself. That's exciting. Evidence?
Oh, yeah. I'll
Yeah,
talk to
blunt trauma. Because what else would it be other than that?
She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct!
My name is Epic Beard.
You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. Now, who's getting ready for a trial tonight? You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. If I don't feel relaxed, then...
I'm gonna shit myself!
Pretty much. Well then, first, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor? As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was the statue of the Thinker.
The man on the toilet.
It was found lying
on the floor!
next to the victim.
Why were you there, Payne? Because I'm Payne.
Yeah, I'm panicked.
Calling for duty.
I see. The court accepts this into evidence. And now we have more evidence to use.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
Right! Be sure to pay attention to any evidence during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court because you're gonna shoot the shit out of people.
Well, that's exactly how it was in Danganronpa anyway.
Yeah, it was.
So let's look at this.
It's a statue. It's rather heavy. Okay.
Touch the court record button so I can break the fourth wall some more.
Oh, yes. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand.
But.
Chief, what do I do now?
Oh, that's you.
Oh, that is me.
Pay attention!
I should just do this then. Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case.
Suddenly Mia grew some testicles.
You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything, unfortunately.
Mia, when did you have such a dark brown voice?
Uh-oh, Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad.
Mia, when did you become Lola?
I think that's what we should just do every time that,
We screw up.
every time we screw up, we just switch it. I like to think that I do more of a Dr. Girlfriend, personally, but...
Oh yeah, Dr. Girlfriend.
Nah.
I was thinking of the song Lola.
Oh, yeah!
That's why.
Mr. Butts, it's not, Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Oh, didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She was just taking my phone calls or seeing me. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, would you describe is generally what we mean by dumped or duped.
Doomed!
In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing another man. Other men. Seeing other men.
Threesomes!
She had just returned from overseas as one of them. The day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies. All of it lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
Oh, pardon me. I can't stop belching.
Indeed.
Indeed, she appears to have returned one day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but she did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies, that amazing candy you hear about. But you never get to taste it. It's made of fucking solid caramel and breaks your teeth.
I don't really like sugar daddies.
Daddies? Sugar?
You shouldn't
I'm not there all the time!
You shouldn't eat sugar with a spoon.
Yes, other than men who had given from money gifts, she took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude. You couldn't see what kind of woman she was, Miss Stones. Tell me, Mr. Blunt, what do you think of her now? Right?
Right? I don't think you want him to answer that question.
Yeah, Larry has his way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions.
Stop him from answering!
Oh, that's no fun, and you know it. What do you think we should do?
Let him explode. Let him crash and burn. Contemplation phase.
Might be better not to get involved in this one. Well, Mr. Butts? There's no way. She died. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead.
Wasn't I doing Butts' voice? I don't remember anymore.
I know, you were like panicky though. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not?
No.
Well, did you or did you not? You can go ahead and do it.
Well, maybe I did, maybe I didn't.
Oh, he went.
Have him answer honest words. Honestly.
I know, I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth.
I will point at you. Yeah, I was there. I went.
Oh, unspeakable.
So scandalous. He
Order.
went to an apartment.
Well, Mr. Butts.
Dude, chill! She wasn't home, man, so I was like, I didn't see her.
That's pain. That noise that you just heard. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness that can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who's your witness? The man who found the victim's body just before making the gruesome discovery.
Okay, I know part of the thing is you're always supposed to you're supposed to have the person who fucking finds the body on trial too.
He saw the defendant fleeing from the scene of the crime. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness is sending newspapers to the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sod to the stand.
Really? I'm going to speak like Zulu.
Mr. Sod, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct?
Oh yes, newspapers, yes!
Mr. Sod, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. This is where we start tearing shit to pieces.
Okay. I was going to the door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead! She could have been unconscious. I quailed and frightened and found myself unable to go inside. And how'd you know she was dead? I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. Really?
How was he?
I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting over there. Fucking Mr. Sulu.
Mr. Sod. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sod used was one of those, Your Honor. I have records of the blackout for your perusal. Cool. All right. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination.
No.
Cross-examination, Your Honor.
All right, right. This is it, the real deal.
Oh, what exactly am I supposed to do?
Why, you expose the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. You know, Sulu.
Lies? What? He was lying?
Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness has to have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty?
Oh.
Exclamation point!
How do I prove he's not?
You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, you find contradictions between the court record and the witness testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face!
Alright, okay.
I'm sorry for that aggressive thing, but I'm gonna break the fourth wall again and tell you to touch buttons.
Cross-examination.
I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing from an apartment.
This is where you press for more information. Isn't a man leaving the apartment a common sight? I find it odd you would take notice of him.
I didn't know. He just seemed strange to me, that's all. Like he was mad, yet frightened at the same time. Just like a criminal fleeing the crime scene! You're supposed to read things.
I know. Of course that would mean the witness. It means that he saw, the man he saw looked suspicious, so what happened next?
I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him.
Hold it! Half open, you said.
I'm speaking like Mr. Sulu.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, the door was halfway open, yes. I watched for a moment, but no one came close to the door.
I thought Mr. Sulu spoke for like.
That's odd, but in a big city like this, I thought. Whatever, I'm doing my Sulu.
And what happened next?
Oh my. Thinking it's strange, I looked inside the apartment, and I saw her lying there, a woman not moving, dead! I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. If you screamed in the hallway, a neighbor would have heard you. And if you didn't touch her, then how do you know she was dead?
So you didn't touch anything in the apartment?
Yes! I mean, no! Nothing!
Okay, what happened next?
I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working.
The phone in your apartment wasn't working?
Yes, I mean, no, it wasn't right.
But you said you didn't go into the apartment, or did you?
Oh, that? I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on the shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside and tried using that to call.
And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next?
I went to a nearby park and found a public phone.
Well, let's look at this new evidence we have here. So it was from noon to 6 a.m.
I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m.
Okay. Well, let's see about that. 1 p.m., you're certain?
Yes, absolutely. I look like I have a gunshot in my forehead already.
Seems really confident.
Yeah. Right, doesn't that sound strange to you? Present some evidence to contradict him! I'm gonna elbow you in your fucking side! 4 out of 5.
Holy shit.
That made myself a sick color.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You can use the mic to say objection.
Objection!
You found the body at 1 p.m.? You're sure?
Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain.
Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes that the time of death was sometime after 4 p.m. There was nobody no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap?
Ah! Oh, that! Oh!
This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sod, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
Gee, that's a really good question.
Good job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot.
That's all you have to do. Find out contradictions!
Lies always beget more lies.
I feel like Julie should shoot Big Boobed Lady. And you should just do all the witnesses because they're funny as
Okay.
shit when you do that.
But Julie is sick.
Yeah.
Want to voice Mia?
Well, it'll
You
work
can
later
get a chair
on.
from the kitchen and you can voice Mia and I will do the other
I
people.
get to shout all the objections.
Yes. Okay.
See through one and the whole story falls apart.
Wait, I remember now!
Would you care to give their testimony again? And let's see where this one is. Time of discovery.
You see, I found the body. I heard the time. When I heard the time, there was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television.
You were so full of shit.
Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding.
We know.
Was a blackout, you dumb shit.
I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Right! You know what to do.
I've got this one.
Don't make me slam my fist on the table again.
Please don't.
I'm not even gonna blah 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 words. We already heard you.
Yeah, you don't have to
fucking
repeat it
saying
when it's in green text.
There was a fucking blackout.
Objection!
No, I get to say the objection.
Then you
dick.
need to get a chair and sit here with me.
I can. You pretty sure can hear me from here.
Well, the mic's not actually working to say the objection on the DS.
Oh, yeah.
But I'll get that fixed later on.
But you also
Hold it
need,
right there.
You also need to make the voice of Mia.
Oh.
Because of the big boobage.
The prosecution said there was a blackout at the time of discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard the television or a video. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sahib?
No, I find it quite puzzling myself, quite. Wait! I remember now!
Mr. Sahib? The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility.
That, and you seem rather...
Oh, that
Distraught.
you seem rather distraught.
My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been shock of finding the body.
Very well, Mr. Sahib. Let's hear your testimony once more, please.
You were so full of shit.
Hearing the time.
I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw.
No, she was hit with a statue, you dumb shit.
Oh no, she was hit with a clock.
I thought she was hit with the statue.
Oh, but see, we're both right.
Okay.
You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense cross-examined the witness. Gladly. Now we get to do the cross-examination.
Blah blah blah. I said something about a clock.
Oh, don't say something about key. Objection!
Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock?
What? You with your objections and your evidence! Just who do you think you are?
A lawyer?
I fucking love this music. Lying coldly is my favorite. You just answer the question, Mr. Saw It.
Hey, I saw it in there, okay? There was a clock.
Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne?
As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch, you just have to tilt it, and it says the time out loud. And it doesn't look like a clock, I'll submit it as a statue.
But he said he saw the time.
I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness testimony was correct. This is the clock. Do you have any problems with testimony now?
Yes.
Yeah, I do. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony as large as your anus. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment.
Not to mention he said he saw it.
Clearly a contradiction.
Indeed.
The witness knew it was a clock because he
Went into the apartment.
went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder.
Oh yeah, prove it. Prove I went in there.
I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard.
He said he saw it. Why is nobody mentioning that?
Yes, I
Order
said
in
he
the
heard
court.
it too.
Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, he said he heard it from a video, and then he said he saw it.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah. So, I guess both.
Mr. Saw It, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. The voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. But what's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face! Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day I never, look, the clock heard, no, I saw, no, I threw off a toupee.
No, he ripped out his own hair.
You would rip off the fucking scalp too. That's a toupee.
Shut up.
Shut up, I hate you. It was him, I tell you, I saw him. He killed her and he should burn, give him death.
Order. Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor, a moment, please.
There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claim.
He ripped off his toupee and threw it in somebody's face.
Mr. Wright, Your Honor, you claim the sound of the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is right on this. I think I better think this too carefully. Yes, Your Honor. The sound Mr. Saw heard was definitely the clock. A fact which is clear if you simply try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now and here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock?
Your Honor, may I have the cock?
I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. It certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker after all. So, we heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is right now? It's 11:25. Ah! As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sod heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sod, try to talk your way out of this one.
I want my toupee back. You forget one thing.
Uh-oh. What's he talking about?
While it may seem like a clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing! How do you know that it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? And if you can't prove that, you don't have a case!
Because it's been
He's right. How am I gonna prove that? Damn it, that's
Hasn't
so
it been in
close.
evidence this entire time?
Yeah. But the batteries could have died.
Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim.
Exclamation points.
Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot allow you to indict the witness. Unfortunately,
Smack.
this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sod.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens! They treat me like a criminal! A criminal! You lawyers are all slime!
I almost had him. Sorry, Larry.
Who's
Failed
Larry?
you. There's nothing I can do about it now. It's his friend and also his client.
Mr. Butts. Not so fast, Mr. Saw.
Chief.
Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think!
But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow on the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that.
Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Take your brain out of it. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was running 3 hours slow, and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock running 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, and you'll have your proof. Right. I hate that.
Left, left.
Left. You think of a reason as to why the clock running would be 3 hours slow?
Yes, I can. Wait! Maybe I can prove it.
You must have the evidence somewhere to prove it, right? Find it and let them have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course! There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt.
How? Tough words, let's see you pull this one off!
Let's see the evidence that proves why this clock was running slow. Take that! This victim had just returned from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. there, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in the apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It? Or should I say, Mr. Did It?
No!
I knew that joke was coming.
Foaming at the mouth!
Rabies!
Cabbages.
Order, I say!
Barf.
Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your client, he was arrested and taken away, Your Honor.
Mia, stop belching!
Very well. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. Yay!
Confetti!
Why is it his name Harry?
No.
I think they really wanted to name him Harry.
And with that, court is adjourned. When something smells, though, it has to be the Butts. It turns out that Frank Sawyer is a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman and checked to see what people were doing out of the house when people were out of the house that day.
My shoulder popped.
When Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawyer let himself to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sawyer grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find and sprayed ketchup on her.
No, he had let her fall asleep and catch up.
August 3rd.
He thought she
2:32
was a
p.m.
French fry.
She did just come back from France.
Exactly. So he's like, hey, French fry.
Still can't believe we won.
Right, good job in there. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
You want to grab some of my boobs?
Congratulations.
Do you want to
Congratulations.
Do you want to give these a squeeze?
Thanks, Chief. How old are you?
Come on, just a little one. I mean, no, not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there.
I thought it's some batteries. Oh god.
It's been a while since I've seen a trial end in such a satisfying note.
I've never seen the Chief looking this happy.
Grab my tits.
If she's this glad, I imagine how Larry must feel.
Oh my god, that is
My life is over.
Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon.
Good. Wait, no. I mean, bad.
good!
Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed.
But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever.
Larry, she was. Nah, never mind.
Congratulations, Harry.
Harry.
Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butt's innocent.
Thanks. I really owe you one. So my name's Larry. I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my tree. I'm still crying.
Oh, no, I couldn't.
Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook.
Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. It's that thing that murdered somebody.
A present for me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that...
Actually, I made the clock for her.
Well,
I made one for her and one for me.
convenient.
Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep this as a memento and you can squeeze my tits.
Yo,
Nick.
Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was playing me for a fool. I'm gonna cry again, don't you think? I just want to cry.
Larry.
Dots.
Nick.
Phoenix Wright.
Are you so sure?
Excuse me? Z-snap?
I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way.
Nah, you gotta sympathize with me. It's okay.
Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. I really want you to squeeze my tits. Isn't that right? I fucking hate that.
I'm gonna start saying, isn't that left?
Is that left?
Exactly.
Something that proves how she felt about him.
Wrong?
Huh? Oh, yeah, right.
No, I'm gonna start saying, isn't that right
What the
left?
heck is she talking about?
Is that left?
Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her.
Huh? Where did you get that clock?
This is the clock you made for her, Larry. She took it with her when she traveled.
So it wasn't bought in Paris. She'd probably needed a clock, that's all.
You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will.
Dots. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. I'm crying again. Really, I am. Thanks.
Hope that made him feel a little better.
Stop crying, pansy-ass little bitch.
Stop being a cabbage!
Left. I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People do. We never really know if the clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to go sing Journey. Left.
Got to believe In the power
Or Sailor Moon.
of love.
Listen, learn, grow strong. I'm going to be an inspirational poster for an elementary school.
Never let go of my pets.
Never let go.
Oh my goodness.
Squeeze them harder. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Because you have an appointment with my bra. Get in there.
I guess
Say,
so.
how about dinner on me?
Ah!
We'll drink a toast to innocent butts.
Yeah!
Sounds like a bad porn name. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him.
Yeah, part at least.
You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks. I'm
Body
totally
shot.
seducing you.
And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay me, unless you count the clock he gave me, that he gave me.
Go sell it.
I didn't know then. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep."
But I did grab those tits. And I grabbed them hard.
I touched her vagina.
Well,
Squeeze her nipples.
that's
Slap
the
that
end.
out.
Roll credits. Ah, fuck. Alright, well, that's enough of this episode that went on for 46 minutes. See you guys in the next one. Bye!
Butt squeeze.